Have you ever looked in the mirror after a good night's sleep and thought, why'd I still look so tired? You feel fine, you're happy, but somehow, your reflection doesn't match how you feel inside. Most of us blame wrinkles, makeup, or even lighting. But what if it's not your face at all? What if the problem is your colors? We've been told for decades that black is timeless, that white brightens everyone, that gray looks sophisticated. But here's the truth, for women over 60, some of those classic shades can actually drain your energy and dull your natural glow. I learned that lesson the day I put on my favorite gray sweater, one I used to love, and suddenly, it just didn't love me back. My skin looked flat, my eyes lost their sparkle. Then a friend said something I'll never forget. Maybe it's not you, darling, maybe it's the color that stopped celebrating you. That moment changed everything. I began replacing gray with soft taupe, pure white with creamy ivory, neon pink with dusty rose. And almost instantly, people started saying, "You look so rested," instead of, "Are you okay?" That's when I realized, the right shades don't just flatter your skin, they mirror your energy. So before we dive into the 5 color mistakes that might be secretly making you look tired, if this topic feels helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Healthwise for seniors. Your support helps us keep creating videos that remind every woman, your light hasn't faded. It just needs the right colors to shine again. Mistake number 1: too much gray or cool blue. You know what's funny? For most of my life, I thought gray was the color of sophistication. It looked clean, minimal, classic, everything the magazines told us to wear. But the moment I turned 60, something changed. One morning I caught my reflection in a gray sweater I'd owned for years, and suddenly, it didn't feel elegant anymore. It felt cold. My skin looked washed out. My lips seemed thinner, and even my eyes, which used to sparkle, looked tired. That's when my friend Diane, a color consultant, told me something that stuck. Gray doesn't age you, it just forgets to celebrate you. See, as we age, the natural warmth in our skin softens. So when we keep wearing icy tones, those cool grays, steel blues, and frosty silvers, we drain what little warmth our complexion still reflects. The fix? Switch from cold neutrals to gentle warmth. Try taupe instead of gray, periwinkle instead of steel blue, or a misty blue-green that feels like ocean air at sunrise. When I made that switch, people started saying, "You look rested," even when I wasn't. The right tone doesn't just brighten your face, it softens your entire presence. It's like turning off fluorescent lighting and opening the blinds to real sunlight. So next time you reach for that gray cardigan, pause and ask, is it making me look calm, or just colorless? Mistake number 2: wearing pure white. You know how every style guide used to tell us, nothing is more elegant than crisp white. Well, that might have been true in our 40s. But after 60, that same white blouse can start working against us. Pure white is tricky. It reflects light so sharply that it exaggerates everything, the little shadows under the eyes, the fine lines around the mouth, even the natural texture of our skin. It's not that we suddenly can't wear white. It's that bright white competes with our face, instead of complementing it. I learned this the hard way. Last spring, I wore a pure white linen shirt to brunch with my friend Helen. She's 70, stylish, always put together, but that day, she looked radiant. Her blouse wasn't white, it was a soft, creamy ivory. Next to her, my bright white shirt made me look like I'd spent the week under fluorescent lighting. She laughed and said, "Sweetheart, at our age, we need warmth, not glare." And she was right. When I switched to ivory, cream, or soft pearl, it was like someone turned the dimmer up on my skin. Suddenly, I looked rested, not washed out. My eyes looked clearer, and my whole face softened. Here's a little trick. If your white shirt makes your silver jewelry pop more than your smile, it's too stark. But if the fabric feels like candlelight on your skin, you've found your shade. Ivory doesn't erase, it embraces. It lets the light blend with you, not bounce off you. Mistake number 3: dark black near the face. We all love black. It's elegant, slimming, easy, and let's be honest, it feels safe. But here's the thing no one tells you: black doesn't always love you back. When we were younger, black looked dramatic: sharp eyeliner, a black turtleneck, red lipstick, it worked. But after 60, something shifts. The contrast between deep black and softer skin tones becomes harsher. It casts tiny shadows where we least want them: around the mouth, under the chin, beside the eyes. I remember my friend Linda, 64, a retired art teacher, who used to wear all black. She called it her invisible armor. One day she told me, "I don't know what happened, I still wear the same clothes. But people keep asking if I'm tired." When we looked at her photos, it was obvious. The black tops were absorbing all the light near her face. Her skin looked cooler, her smile less alive. So we tried an experiment. She swapped her black turtleneck for a deep navy cardigan, added pearl earrings, and suddenly, she looked like herself again. Warm, awake, elegant. That's the secret. Don't give up black, just reposition it. Keep it for your trousers, shoes, or that perfect little handbag. But near your face, trade it for navy, charcoal, espresso, or even midnight plum. These shades still feel sophisticated, but they bounce a touch of light back onto your skin. It's like turning your personal lighting from stage drama to soft evening glow. And next time you're tempted by another black top, ask yourself, do I want to look powerful or beautifully alive? Mistake number 4: too bright or neon colors. There was a time when we thought bright colors meant confidence. Hot pink, electric blue, that, look at me, coral, they screamed youth and energy. But somewhere along the line, I realized they were also screaming over me. When I turned 60, I bought this neon fuchsia blouse because the saleslady said, "Oh honey, it'll make you pop." And she was right, it did make me pop. Unfortunately, it also made my skin look a little sallow and my hair slightly grayish. I didn't look radiant, I looked like the color was wearing me. That's when my daughter, who works in design, said something that changed the way I see color. "Mom, at your age, your beauty doesn't need to shout, it just needs to glow." And that's the magic of muted tones. Dusty rose instead of neon pink. Sage green instead of bright lime. Sunset coral instead of that screaming orange. These shades carry sophistication quietly, they whisper instead of demanding attention. They allow you to be the main character again. The difference is subtle but powerful. Bright tones say, "Look at my clothes." Muted ones say, "Look at my grace." And when I switched, something beautiful happened. People stopped complimenting my outfit and started saying, "You look amazing today. Did you rest? Did you go on vacation?" No, darling, I just changed my colors. Muted isn't boring, it's refined. It's the sound of confidence when you no longer have to prove anything. Mistake number 5: matching clothes to hair color exactly. When your hair turns silver or gray, it's easy to think, well, I'll just match it, gray goes with gray, right? I did that for years. I thought I was being sophisticated, everything monochrome, clean, simple. Until one day, my friend Carol looked at me and said, "Sweetheart, you look like a beautiful cloud, but maybe a bit too much cloud." And she was right. When your hair and your clothes are the same shade, you lose contrast, and with it, the light that defines your features. It's not about looking older. It's about looking faded. See, silver and gray hair already reflect cool tones. So when you wear gray, especially near your face, it can flatten your natural warmth, almost like turning the brightness down on your own image. The fix isn't complicated, it's color balance. Add a touch of blush, lavender, or midnight teal near your face. These shades create gentle contrast, the kind that brings your complexion back to life, makes your eyes brighter, and gives your hair that silvery glow instead of a dull haze. I still wear gray, but now I pair it with a soft rose scarf, a strand of pearls, or a pop of color in my earrings. That little bit of contrast is everything. Because style after 60 isn't about hiding, it's about highlighting what still shines. So if your reflection feels flat, don't blame your hair, just give it a background that lets it sparkle. Contrast equals glow. And glow is timeless. Takeaway and transition. You see, it was never really about the colors, it was about the woman inside them. For years, I thought certain shades made me look younger. Now I realize, the right colors don't make you look younger, they make you look like you. When you choose tones that reflect your warmth, your softness, your quiet confidence, everything else falls into place. Your eyes look brighter, your skin looks calmer, and your smile feels more honest. Because after 60, style isn't about pretending, it's about revealing. Revealing the light that's been there all along, just waiting under the right palette. So remember this. You don't look older, you're just wearing colors that stopped telling your story. When you wear shades that honor your energy, your face, your presence, lights up from within. And that glow? It's not makeup. It's alignment. You know, the more I explore color, the more I realize, it's not really about fashion. It's about permission. Permission to step into the woman you've become, not the one the world told you to be. When you start choosing colors that honor your skin, your energy, your story, something shifts. You stop trying to fix yourself and start celebrating yourself. That's what elegance truly is. It's not about changing who you are, it's about illuminating what's already there. So before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Which color have you noticed makes you feel most alive, and which one do you think has been quietly draining your glow? Share it in the comments below, because your story might just help another woman rediscover hers. And if today's video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Healthwise for Seniors. Your support means the world to us, it's what keeps this beautiful community growing. One elegant woman at a time. In the next video, we'll uncover the 6 timeless color combos that instantly elevate women over 60. So stay tuned, and remember, your light doesn't fade with time. It only gets softer and more radiant with wisdom.